Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Agent Mastermind Tuesday with Mr. Scott Hudspeth. Scott, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. So always so excited to be here. I got a couple of questions coming up for you guys. So, Paul, I got a real busy class, but I got a really productive class, and I got some challenges for him at the end. So, what do you say we get started, man?
Well, let's do this, brother.
Okay, so the agenda, using Facebook in your listing presentation. I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, but guys, like Paul said at the very beginning, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, it's time to start using what we have at our fingertips and use it wisely, because so many people, I think, treat social media as it's all free, so there's nothing there. And I think we all know more that, better than that Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest is growing out of control. There's all these different avenues of where people are hanging out. I've said this before many times. There's hundreds. There's like 4 or 5 separate parties. Actually, there's probably 30, 40 separate parties going on all the time. I can promise you that you have friends, family, and coworkers in all of the parties all the time, 24/7.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not 2 o'clock in the morning, but they're always there. Okay.
Well, statistically, Facebook just released some statistics recently, and just so everybody knows is on the same page, 169 million active users in the United States, and the average active user spends 3 hours a day on Facebook. So 169 million people are active users in the United States, and of them, the average person in that list of people spends 3 hours a day on Facebook. They're there. They are there.
It's out of control. So there's no secret there. So I'm going to show you how to use what we have at our fingertips for free to wow your clients. Your clients know this stuff is out there, but they really don't know how it can help them help them sell their home, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how to farm a neighborhood. I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook header, because really when it boils down to it, first impression is everything. Would we all agree to that? Looks like someone's talking about barbecue. So
my favorite barbecue is Facebook. I like it.
Man, I will agree with that. I mean, okay, here's a quick question. How many people on the call close out their browser with Facebook open, that Facebook is there, they close it out, and reopen Facebook? How many people have done that? Probably half of the people on half of the people in the class. So I'm going to show you how to set up the 12 tabs. Actually, in fact, Paul is going to show you how to use a special little, I'll just let him talk about that, on how to set up the 12 tabs in Facebook for more leads, interaction, exposure, and engagement. How's that sound, all right? So I got a couple tough questions for you. My goal is to give you at least 3 ideas that will help you close at least 1 more deal a month. Starting when? When do you guys want to start this?
Today. How about January 29th?
How about today, okay? Okay. Everything I show you today is about growing your... Does anybody want to answer that one? Anybody want to guess on that?
Business.
Okay. That's a great answer, but what I'm looking for is database.
There you go.
Right. Database. It's about people that know, like, and trust you. The more friends you have, the more referrals you're going to get, the more business you're going to get, because who wants to work with you? People that know, like, and trust you, people that feel comfortable, and if they feel comfortable, they will refer you, okay? What is your worth today? And I'm going to fill this in for you, your database. I don't know if you know this, but the correlation between how many people in your database is relative to how much money you made last year. All right? Sorry to say it. That's the fact truth. Facebook, when they went public, they said each person in our database is worth $4.38. How did they know that? Because they took the amount of money they made divided by the amount of people that were in there in Facebook and said, here's what each person is worth to us. That's how they come out with a stock share of $38, which dropped quickly to 20 and is now back to 30. Okay, so here's what I want to ask you to do: is go look and see how many people you can point your finger at inside your database. Take and divide that by how much money you made last year. That'll tell you how much each person in your database is worth, and it'll freak you out. Because if you had 200 people in your database, say you made, I'm just going to use 50,000, divided by 200 people, each person's worth how much? Ouch! It's going to scare you. Be careful on that. So if you double your database, do you think you would double your income?
Well, your database is where your revenue comes from.
No
You know, if you got a referral to purchase a home, that's a person that's in your database.
Correct.
If you got a referral to sell, a person wants to sell their home, that's a person in your database.
Yeah.
It's something that I teach to my loan officers on a very regular basis, Scotty, is everything that you do in terms of your marketing is for one purpose only, and that's to grow your database. Because once you grow your database, then you've got an opportunity to develop a relationship with that person in your database. But none of it can happen until they're there.
All right. So, if you double your database, will it increase your income and reduce your stress? Absolutely. There's a lot of things that happen. Now, you got to have reasons for why you want to grow your database. You got to have reasons for why you want to grow your business. We're not going to go into that today. I'm just going to give you a couple ideas of how to get there and how to use social media, Facebook in particular, to do that and just blow your clients' minds when you get to their house for the listing presentation, okay? So let's keep moving. Strategy number one. Now, if you're not paying attention, I would highly recommend that you close your door, turn off your cell phones, because I can see that there was a bunch of people that weren't viewing their screen. I can tell that, which is totally cool. I understand that you think you can multitask, and that's why I get 75,000 emails going, hey, I wasn't able to attend the whole thing, or I got in late, or whatever. So, guys, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where, like, you can pick up one little thing that will get you one more deal probably today, tomorrow, I don't know, this weekend when you do an open house. It's crazy stuff. This will allow you to get in front of thousands of more people and have a great life and make a lot more money and have fun doing it, okay? So what I'm going to show you is a Facebook page for one or all of your listings, okay? Now, Paul, we've talked about this a lot, and I can't tell you how powerful this is. Let me set the stage for you. So I got a listing presentation tomorrow. I'm going to go to, and shame on me, I didn't put vibrate on my phone. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to 42 Main Street, Kalamazoo, Michigan. And before I get there, I'm going to, we've talked about this a million times, results in advance. How do I get there and say, here's what I've already done for you, Mr. Seller, instead of here's what I'm going to do for you? So I'm going to not only set up a single property website, which we've covered a bunch of time. We'll be coming up here on that again. But I'm going to create a Facebook fan page. You're going, okay, Scott, why the heck would I want to do that? Let me tell you. So
because no one else is?
One, no one else is. But what if I get there and I go, Mr. Seller, here's what I've done. I've done all of this already, but I've also taken the largest social media site on planet Earth and put your property on there with the website, text code, and QR code. Now, why would I want to do that? Because a lot of times, your friends, family, and coworkers that work with you, that know you, that like you, are looking for a place in your neighborhood. They just don't know when it's for sale. So if you go to them and you go, hey, friends, hey, family, hey, coworkers, if you could do me a huge favor, could you just, I put this Facebook page up. It's called facebook.com/42 Main Street. It's my house. I have it for sale. I would sincerely appreciate it if you would go there and like the page. And what that's going to do for me as a seller is it's going to let everybody in your database know that my home is for sale. They might possibly see that my home is listed for sale, and then maybe you could ask them to share it, and then within a very short period of time, if I have 10 people like it, only 10, times 250, That's the possibility of reaching 2,500 people. All right? That's a pretty good number within a very short period of time of friends, family, and coworkers of this seller. Now, who owns this page? The listing agent, right? The person that wants to get the listing. Now, have you ever come across the competition that's done all of this? 99% chance that's a no. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how to set this up. It literally will take you maybe 15 minutes max, but let me ask you, is 15 minutes worth a $3,000 commission that's in my area at a $100,000 loan size? You tell me. I don't know, but I would do it, okay? So the strategy number 2, what if you take and put what I just showed you on steroids? You go, all right, you know what? What if we do this for a neighborhood, and I get the neighborhood to collaborate on this great Facebook page because there's 50 homes, 200 homes, 300 homes, 400 homes in that subdivision. Would that be a benefit to me as an agent to get to know every single person in that neighborhood? I'm not doing a call to action to, hey, just listed, just sold. I'm doing a call to action to say, hey, Autumn Woods neighborhood is on Facebook. Come join the party. Does that sound like an exciting thing to you? So you send out a postcard, and I'm going to show you what the postcard looks like. And I'm telling you guys, I know agents that are doing this, that are getting business from it. They become well-known in the neighborhood. They're known as the real estate agent. Like I said, how do you grow your business? By letting more people know what you do for a living and letting them get to know you as a friend that they can trust, okay? There's really no more to it. I mean, it's kind of like going to the movies and sitting next to the guy next to you and going, hey, well, what do you do? Here's a perfect example. I was flying home from Florida from seeing my brother Paul on the phone, and we spent some time together, and I'm sitting next to this guy. He's flying to, I think, Baltimore. And I said, hey, man, what's going on? So I'm talking to him, and he goes, what do you do? I go, I help people double, triple their business, but I also help people, like, refi their homes and buy new homes. He goes, man, I'm doing a refi right now. And I said, well, I'm more than happy to, help you make sure that you're getting a good deal and stuff like that. So, I mean, guys, it's just letting people know what you do. And when you ask somebody else, guess what? Reciprocity says, oh, I got to ask you, or I'm being selfish, right? That's just how it goes. All right, so here's what the postcard looks like. I send the postcard. Is there anything on here about mortgage? Is there anything on here about selling? Just listed, just sold? Nothing. Woodfield, and I took it a step further, and I went and bought the domain name. The domain name goes directly to the Facebook page. Our neighborhood is on Facebook. Come join us. Woodfield neighborhood, Madawan's best neighborhood. Scan QR code to like our neighborhood. I'm going to show you how to do this really quick. This is just a Gene picture. If you're not using Gene Project, it's pretty cool. But Gene is just I went to Google Maps, put in one of the addresses, and then shot a picture of it, and then people will know their neighborhood. Or you put a picture of maybe the entrance to your subdivision that has the nice, beautiful sign there if it has a subdivision like that. It's that simple. So they get the postcard. They're like, okay, how can I not go to woodfieldneighborhood.com? How can I physically not go there if I live in the neighborhood? Make sense? You'll see a little picture of like the beginning intro there. So is this all jiving with everybody? Is everybody going, okay, Scott, I need to go now and set up a couple of these pages and start doing this? Here's Terry. I am also paying $47 a month for. Let's see. I missed Terry. What was Terry saying there, Paul?
Just asking a question about inviting some of his agents to the call.
Okay, cool. All right, so this stuff is powerful. Now, let me ask you a question: is it work? Absolutely, it's work. You're putting effort into something that is growing. I call it, Frank Gray from TBWS said it the best. He says it's marketing equity.
It's absolutely marketing equity. And here's the thing: if you take effort on 12 homes in the next 12 months, and you get one deal, and it helps you close one deal.
One more deal.
Isn't that, even if it's 20 hours, an hour for each property that you spend on doing these things, doesn't that 20 hours that you spent to get that one deal, isn't the commission on that enough to make it worth your while to get that extra deal this year? Instead of 4 transactions, you did 5. Instead of 6, you did 7. Doesn't that make it worthwhile at that point?
Yeah. You know, and there's I don't actually know the conversions because this is like a continually growing thing. I will tell you that I did have an agent do this, and she did not connect and engage, and we just left it alone, and it grew to people. This is the actual neighborhood. You can count. There's not much more than 40 homes here, and they interact and engage by themselves. Like, hey, who's everybody using for cable? Hey, did you guys get the township meeting that's coming up about this and that? Hey, did you guys having a problem with this? What this? Hey, did you see that car driving around the neighborhood? It's license plate number blah blah blah. If you see it, let me know. I mean, stuff like that is what neighborhoods are all about, right? Keeping people safe. What's the best use? I know one thing was people got together and did like they all used the same garbage company and got a better deal on it. I mean, just stuff like that is what neighbors are all about, right?
Hey, quick question, Scotty. Can you clarify something on the postcard for the mailer? Do you also include the postcard information, like an image of that, on your fan page as well?
You could. I mean, this could be your header if you wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what? You just brought up a great point. I would probably make my postcard the same as my header, so when they went there, they said, okay, this is it. That's a fantastic idea. All right. So if you want to know how to do this little QR code, like, okay, how do I get this QR code? And if you scan this right now, it'll take you to the Facebook page, and it'll say, like my page. I'm just going to do it really quick to make sure that I'm not lying to you. So, all right, let's see, scan. And let me just really quick, boom, there it goes. Open URL, takes me to, really quickly, I think you guys get the idea here. Yep, so there it is. Click on the button below to like Woodfield Neighborhood on Facebook. It's got 46 likes. Visit Woodfield Neighborhood. You guys see that? See how crazy cool that is? If you don't have a scan, just go to your app store and download Barcode Scanner, and you'll be able to do this, okay? Fun stuff. All right, so here's how you do it. So you go to qrstuff.com. And I did a little picture for you. It gives you a million different ways to create a QR code. And you'll see that it starts just as a normal QR code over here. So you click Facebook. You click Facebook Like. You put in arrow to your Facebook page, which I put in facebook.com/Woodfield Neighborhood. And then I put come join Woodfield Neighborhood on Facebook. I can choose the color if I want to. Change the color of the QR code if I want to get fancy with it. And then guess what? You just either dream a picture when I say capture a picture of it, or you download it, and then now you have a picture to put on your postcard. It's literally a 30-second process. Does that make sense to everybody? Crazy, crazy, all right? There's no login. You don't have to register. You don't have to log in or anything. You just go to QR Stuff. You enter these you enter these stuff. Like, if you want to do one for a website URL, YouTube, Google Maps, if you want to have one that goes right to the neighborhood, if you want to, say you wanted to create a QR code for your buyers that when they scanned it, it created a map for them to get to the actual address that you're going to show them. It's just easy stuff, right? So pretty cool stuff. All right. So there's that. So first impressions must be a good one. Would you all agree on that? If you go to Woodfield Neighborhood like this and you got a header like this, it's not very impressive, right? I mean, I'd go, okay, there's 46, but there's really, and there's still stuff going on here. It's kind of funny. So what if it looked like this? What if it looked like whatever your postcard did, and you had a beautiful header that kind of talked about what's going on in the neighborhood, and you had ideas of why this neighborhood fan page was put together, why night at Mike's, and graduation parties, and garage sales, and crazy driving around the neighborhood, and who's using cable, and all this stuff in the header. There'd be a lot of, I don't know how you would build activity on that, interaction, engagement. People just like to feel like they're a part of a group, and it's a great way for a neighborhood to connect and engage, right? So great way to do it. So Facebook timeline, here's a couple ideas, like what you need. Facebook fan page. You need a PowerPoint 2010. I'm going to show you. Most people don't believe that we do what we do on PowerPoint 2010, and most people have it right there at their fingertips. Air fan view, all right? Type this wrong, but it's a way to change the size of your photos. I just wanted to show you that. It's a free software download. It's pretty cool for PC. I'm not sure one for the Mac, but I will definitely find that out. Gene Project, this is like my left hand right here. GeneProject.com. Go download it, whether it's PC or Mac. This thing allows you to take pictures. I'm going to show you here in a minute. Google, my secret site. So don't tell anybody my secret site. It's Google. Listings. Of course, if you don't have any listings and you're on the call, you can go borrow listings. How about that? I would highly recommend doing it. An open house on a listing that you borrowed, because what is going to happen possibly? You might attract some buyers that come in, right? It's just putting a little effort out there. Neighborhood you are farming, so pick a neighborhood, doesn't matter. And I had an agent one time, it was so funny, I felt sorry for her. I think I told you this story, Paul, where I did this presentation, I showed her, so like it was like, I don't know, later on in the day after I did the presentation, she's like, called me, left a message, she said, I went and reserved every single neighborhood in Grand Rapids. And I'm like, oh, congratulations. But what she didn't know is if you change like one of the letters, so like Woodfield neighborhood, if you change one from lowercase to uppercase, it's considered a new website. All right, so there's no physical way she could have got all of them, because somebody could just come in and do the same thing with the same name. So I should have told. I'm telling you that right now. It's not exclusive. Just know that if you put the effort into this, you're the first one to do it, you can't really be a second neighborhood fan page, can you? And people are going to go, what the heck is this? Why would I want to be on both? You know what I mean? That's just more work, right? And then I'm going to, Paul is going to show you, this is something that we'll show you later, but this is 7Space. Paul is going to show you something else. And we actually decided that just before the class started, like literally a minute before. So we're going to make a little change up at the end. So we're going to show you something else.
And I'll explain why we did that when we come to showing you how to create these tabs. There are, just so you know, for those of you who are not, Facebook pros, as it were, there are hundreds of options for building tabs on Facebook. What I'm going to show you is the one that I found recently that is probably the easiest way to build your tabs on Facebook. So there's multiple ways. If you've got a different way, please, by all means, use what you're comfortable with. But I'm going to show you what we've found recently that is probably the easiest way to create your tabs on Facebook. And it really is. I mean, it's a couple of clicks and you're done.
Now, Jim King brought up a very good point here, and we will talk about this. We're not going to hit on it very much right now, but Jim King says, groups seem to make more sense since everyone can engage, whereas on a page only the administrator is featured. That is that's a great recommendation. I would highly recommend it. We're going to do fan pages because I still talk to so many people that are still not accepting of the Facebook fan page. So we're going to cover that, and then we'll cover a group in another class. Sounds good? All right. But I appreciate bringing that up.
Laura's got a fantastic question here in regards to the neighborhood fan page. She's asking, are you passive or active on the site in respect to interacting with the people that join the fan page, the residents?
I got a great answer for that because it's coming up right now. That is next. So, ideas for your fan page. Daily occurrences, start looking for them. Like, there's always something going on. Like, last week we had a great basketball game going on, so that was that'll be a great one. Question of the day. Fill in the blank, and I have some ideas for you that's coming up here. Funny Friday or any day. Funny Tuesday, funny Monday, whatever. Universal quotes. Pick of the neighborhood, city, or event. Videos of the neighborhood, city, or events. I mean, those are all good stuff. Funny or expressive photos and videos, articles about current events, YouTube videos of your neighborhoods or city, which you could actually create them. Host a mini contest, which would be great, neighborhood contest. Coolest picture of the neighborhood. gets a $10 gift card to Big B's or whatever, or Starbucks or whatever. Links to your blog or website, which you as a real estate agent have a lot of stuff going on. Home tips, local market update, hyper-local content. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff. So here's just a couple. Here, whoops, and I didn't do this the way I should have. Give me just 1 second here. I apologize. So I'm going to edit this really quick so you guys can see them. All right, there's that one, there's that one, and there's that one. So let's go back to slideshow from the slide. So we have, here's one, the big day 1 week away, like if you will be watching. Think you might get some likes?
Yeah, that'll instantly create some engagement.
Yep, here's another one. Happy Friday, hope this made you smile. Mortgage department. Your children are quite young and likely to wet the bed. Technically, that puts you in a flood zone, so your interest rate would be higher. Isn't that funny? And it really has nothing to do with the interest rate. It has everything to do with the flood zone, right? You guys have all encountered flood zones, elevation surveys, fun stuff like that. Here's fill in the blank. My mom always says that it's her house, but when cleaning time comes, it magically becomes mine too. Right? Isn't that funny? So those are just a couple funny ones, a couple interactive engagement. But I mean, I could go on and on. Like there's a million of them that I could use. So,
you can ask a question of the day. Any post that you have, you can create an engagement statement, no matter what the content is. It's just a matter of ask a question at the end. You know, I saw one from our good friend Jessica Peterson. You all know her. She presented with us a couple of weeks ago about Facebook engagement. She did a post today that I thought it was just absolutely brilliant. What her post was in essence, she made a post as her page talking about one of her products and how she had helped someone get to the front page of Google. And then she asked a question, and the question was simply, would it help you to get to the front page of Google? Scroll down just a little bit. I'm not sure which one it is. Keep going. It might have been earlier in the day.
Well, okay.
But it was a great question statement. Oh, you're on her private page. Go to the WOW page. Go to the WOW page. I'm sorry. It's the WOW page.
There we go. Customer WOW project. She's probably on the call with us right now, so we're giving. Technology keeps growing. We use it. We just helped the client make the front page of Google in less than 1 month. Wow, it is a great day. Please share with us something great about your day.
That's exactly, I mean, that last part. So she put a kudos out about what her business had done, and then in the last, please share with us something great about your day. Mm-hmm. So now you're asking somebody, not everybody's having a great day, so not everybody will comment, but those that are having a great day are going to put something, what they did, and it creates a conversation.
Here's one I posted today that I said, which one are you, A or B? And I posted on my page. And so instead of just pulling a picture out of somewhere, I took a picture of it with my phone and then shared it from my phone, because you can tell that it's crinkled a little bit because I had it in my pocket. But I'm like, okay, I want to carry this with me and share this, but I just don't have time right now. So this was this morning, which was, let's see if it says, it doesn't say. So here's 3 comments, and then I have I don't know how many likes, but I have 4 shares. So stuff like that. I was at the KC. This is something for you. I was at a basketball game that I was talking about. Beautiful sunrise this morning. It was like 5 degrees and just snowed a foot. Look at the 5 likes and a bunch of comments. Just all kinds of. My son turned 16. So stuff like that. When you have somebody in the neighborhood that turns 16. They get married, they go to college, first day of college. All that stuff is what people are going to share if you're sharing the same stuff. It's just people like to be recognized. And when you get the whole neighborhood going, oh, wow, cool, yeah, woo, stuff like that, that's what I'm going to show you how to do something like this right here. I did this in PowerPoint, by the way. And I'm going to show you how I did it and have some fun with it, all right? Okay, we having fun yet? You guys okay? Everybody all right? Need a break? I'm just kidding. No breaks. All right, so PowerPoint 2010. live with this, but here you guys don't have to take notes because I literally have all this right here. You see, like, I'm going to show you, open up PowerPoint, click on design, click on page setup, choose the page width, and this is going to change.
And guys, this amount is important. That slide there is important in that you know exactly how big to make your slide so that it fits the timeline header perfectly.
Yep.
Facebook only gives us 851 pixels wide by 315 pixels high. So knowing what the inches set up inside PowerPoint makes it so it's so much easier to do.
Yep. So let's add your property photos, logos, whatever else you wish to a slideshow about it. All right, so here is a blank PowerPoint. Is everybody caught up with me? Everybody looking at the screen? This is real easy, but if you're not watching, it's going to be real hard. All right? So I'm going to click on Design. I'm going to click on Page Setup, Design, Page Setup. And this thing pops up. I'm going to go to, and you don't really have to do this, you can just enter numbers, but I'm going to go Custom. This is 8.465, and this is 3.135, all right? When you do that, you put those numbers in, you click OK. This size right here, when you save it, will be the exact size. I know it looks bigger, but it's the exact size of your Facebook header, to a T. It's exactly perfect, okay? On that, we've done a bunch of them. I'm going to clear those out because I want just a blank picture here, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a really quick header for a new Facebook page because you have a listing presentation tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to go grab the actual listing, and I'm going to use this one right here. So I'm going to right-click and copy image. See how I'm like right here is the image right here? And then you can take these from anywhere. So if you have, like, go take pictures of yourself or of the property before you go there, pull them off the web from previously, however you want to do it. And then I'm going to right-click on a picture, and I'm going to copy. And I'm going to right-click on the actual Facebook header, and I'm going to paste. And now I have a picture of the home right here. Now, obviously, it's really, really big. That's okay. I can shrink it down if I want to. And I'm just going to set that right there aside for right now. Okay? There's that. I'm going to go grab one more. And I'm going to open up the photo gallery. Here's the photo gallery. And I'm going to grab, let's just grab this one. I like this one. Beautiful fireplace. Right-click. Whoops. Okay, so I can't right-click on it. For some reason, this software won't let me do it, which is okay. I'm going to use what's called Gene Project. So let's just go find Gene. Usually it's a little sun, but being that I got a webinar going and there's a lot of different things, it usually sits up here on the right-hand side. That's down here. So I'm going to click Gene, Capture, and then what it allows me to do is capture this photo. All right, there we go. And click Capture Image, and then I'm going to click Copy, and then I can go paste it right onside my PowerPoint here. All right? There's one. Shrink it down. I'm going to do one more just so you guys can get the full effect here of how cool this can be. Let's pick that's the fireplace here. Let's pick the kitchen. That's a good one. Oh, there's my star. See my little sun up here? There's my sun. So I'm going to capture. Loading takes 2 seconds. And all right, I'm going to capture the image. I'm going to click Copy. And now I'm going to go back to my Facebook page and click Paste. Of course, it's big, so I'm going to shrink it down. And I'm going to make these pictures all about the same size. Now, a really cool thing to do is, like, see how when I slide this up and down? See that line? Can you guys see that line, Paul?
Yep.
So that means that I'm the same height on the top. So here I'm going to go same height on the bottom. Same height on the top. Same height on the bottom. And of course this one's a little bigger, so I'm going to shrink it down a little bit, move it over. There it goes in the center. Move this one over. Now remember, you got to leave this spot open blank down here. All right, so here these pictures are just square. So let's make them a little fancier. Let's turn them sideways or something, or let's put like a shadow around it. Check this out. So when you click on the pictures, see this little format button? Click on format, and you have all kinds of different, like there I just rounded the corners. I just kind of shadowed them out there, which is pretty cool. That's a nice clean square. I want to put a frame around it, black frame around it. I want to make it circle. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff. I kind of like this one turned sideways.
It shows a little reflection underneath it a little bit.
Yeah, so there are all kinds of different stuff. Yeah, that's this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. So let's make all these pictures. And I'm going to turn this one on an angle. Let's see. It is. Let's see. Where's it at? Right here. There's that there. So I'll just make 3 different photos. Okay, you guys get the idea of what I'm doing here. Let's just make that one. I like the actual. I love doing this one right here. The shadow around it. So let's just shadow around it. So there's a shadow. Now, I need some information about the house before I go there. So I'm going to go grab a flyer that I've created. Open house. Oops, I don't want that. I want, let's see, property info, print brochure. So what I'm going to do is grab this little picture of this flyer. This is all my content, so I can use it. And I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to jing it. All right. And I'm going to capture image. There we go. I have the price, the website, the text code, and the QR code. I'm going to copy. Go back to PowerPoint. And boom, I'm going to paste it right in here. Of course, it's too big. So I'm going to shrink this bad boy down. I'm going to make it as long as the picture. And maybe strengthen it out over here.
Notice, guys, that Scott is conspicuously leaving the space on the bottom left empty and open.
Right yep.
Because that's where your profile image goes when you on your fan page. Those of you that have a fan page, you know this already. Those that don't, that bottom left corner is going to be for your profile image. So you want to make sure when you're setting this up that you leave space for that. If you put something there, the profile image will cover it.
Correct. Now, this is just putting in their information if you want to, so you can put a little header up here, you know, like your business card, contact information, whatever. I mean, however you want to do it. You can put your logo up here. Just remember that this spot has to be open, so I could bring this down in the middle if I wanted to, whatever. So here's the crazy thing. You can get crazy as you want with this. I can change the background, so check this out. If I click Format, and I go to Design, see this? So Format's going to be your new best friend. Design. I can change the color of the background. Makes it pretty cool looking. Everything stands out even better than what it was before. If I want to go black, I can do that. Here's black. That's a little different. I love this one. So I got a little line going across there. I can remove the line if I want to. But, man, I really liked, and you can really quickly go through this stuff. I really like that one, though. That kind of just makes everything stand out, right? Maybe I can up a little bit away from the picture. And just kind of get a feel for they're all lined up so they look good. I mean, if I wasn't talking and doing it at the same time, it really only take me a couple minutes. Now, here's the easy part, okay? When I'm ready to go and I'm done and looking good, all I do is click File, Save As, File, Save As. And then I'm going to call it whatever the house is. It's 23151 Sunset Drive. And I'm going to click this little drop down. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG file interchange format. Boom. All right. I'm going to go to my desktop, save it there. I'm going to click Save. Excuse me. It's going to say Save Current Slide or Every Slide. Well, there's only one slide, so I'm going to save Current Slide. And I've just saved this header as a Facebook fan page header that will fit exactly inside of Facebook. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's go to 42 Main Street. This is my demo Facebook page. Here's the one I showed you already, right? So I'm going to change the cover now. And see how I got the picture of the front home. I got 4 pictures in there. I got them turned sideways. Now you guys know how I did it. Change the cover. Upload photo. I'm going to go to my desktop, and there it is. It's going to upload it for me. And see how this is a little bit off-centered here? It's like cover in there. So I don't have to save this. I just go back to my PowerPoint and go, all right, I need to move that over a little bit. So I'm going to go and maybe shorten it up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Resave it. And it's JPEG file format. The address is 23151. There it is right there. I'm going to replace it. Save on my desktop. It's going to say yes. Current. And now I'm going to go cancel this. And I'm going to upload a new one. And voila. There we go. Man, that's perfect, right?
Fits right in.
A little bit of paste there. I got my little business card there, so I'm going to click Save. And voila, I have a Facebook fan page for 42 Main Street, or, of course, whatever the address is, because you're going to set it up. There's no cost to setting up fan pages. There's no limit to the number of fan pages you have. Now you have an amazing listing presentation on Facebook with the QR code, text code, price of the website, your information, and now you can say, hey, Mr. Seller, this is what I've done for you already. Now, I can really quickly delete this thing, and I can have it go away today. If you decide to go with me, obviously, where all this website's created, the text code's ready to go, the QR code's ready to go, the single property website's ready to go, all this stuff is done for you. So if you decide to go with me, here we go. We're off and running. We're going to get tons of exposure. Of course, you would tie this into your rest of your presentation, but guys, I'm telling you, this is beyond powerful. It is beyond craziness that you will engage and interact with all their friends, all their family, and all their coworkers, because they're all going to like the page. They're all going to get to know you, because guess what? They're going to go, who did that for you? Who are they? I mean, that's where the leads and referrals come in, right? Okay? Any questions there?
No, but just a couple of questions that are a little off topic that we've got the answer to already.
Okay. All right.
And so as far as the pictures, yes, Jeffrey's saying, when you're setting this up as a results in advance, you're typically only going to have 2 or 3 or 4 outside pictures, because what you're doing is you're driving by the home prior to your pre-listing. You're taking a couple of shots outside so that when you go to create your single property site and your Facebook fan page with it, you've got a few pictures that you can show them, hey, not this is what I'm going to do, but hey, look what I've done for you already. Look what I've done already. The title of the fan page, Bob's asking, what would you title for the fan page? You title it the property address. Or if it's a neighborhood page, you title it that neighborhood. It's very easy to title it. And yeah, you can delete, you can remove fan pages as quickly as you can add them. Very, very easy to do.
Yeah.
Do you use the address for it? Absolutely, you use the address for it. Make it as easy. If people are not going to go to Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to get on Facebook today, see if I can't find my home, the home I want to buy. They're not going to go to Facebook looking for it. But if you let them find it on Facebook, they will absolutely research it on Facebook. Facebook is their trusted browser at this point. More people do searches and stay within Facebook than go outside of it to browse things. So if you make it available and you give it to them, make it easy for them to find, they will absolutely take advantage of what they find on Facebook. Nope, they're not going to go looking for it, which makes the marketing of it. It makes that postcard part that much more important. Now, when you're showing the single property, fan page to your client, guess what your client's going to do?
Yeah.
You think they're going to share that page with any and everybody? Oh my God, you guys, you got to see my house. My real estate agent's got my house for sale. You know, I'm selling my house. I got it on Facebook. Let me show you where it is.
Yes.
So it's going to increase. No, people aren't going to go there specifically to find it, but when you do show it to them and they do find it, they do stumble across it and they do land there, it can absolutely benefit you in terms of finding a buyer. The real purpose behind this is to impress the seller. Whether it finds a buyer for you or not is neither here nor there. It would be a benefit. It absolutely would be gravy on top of my biscuits. But the reality is that's not the purpose behind why I'm doing it. The purpose behind why I'm doing it is to show the seller that I'm willing to go the extra mile, to give that seller something additional to win that listing. As far as the neighborhood page, I just want all the neighbors to know when I'm selling a house in the neighborhood. That's all that's about. So what business that comes from it is gravy. What the benefit that you get from it initially is the branding opportunities, the opportunities to stick your head above the crowd, to be a giraffe amongst zebras, as it were.
Correct. Now look at this little post. It's like, see, so excited to have my home for sale. Do me a huge favor and let your friends, family, and coworkers know that my home is for sale by sharing this post below.
Oh, Scotty, real quick. I'm sorry. There were several that asked, and I meant to hold this question back until you finish showing, making that the PowerPoint cover image. Can you go to the slide that shows us those dimensions again? A lot of people didn't get a chance to write down those dimensions, and it came up by several people. I apologize, everybody. I meant to bring us back to that question. So there you go, everybody.
Okay. Now, you're going to get a copy of this slide. All you got to do is contact the loan professional that sent you here. Now, if you're not paying attention right now and you're trying to build one of these like a lot of people do when I show this, so come back to the screen. I've got to show you something that's a very, very ninja. This is like secret sauce stuff, okay? This is like stuff you'll never hear at a presentation. Very rarely will you hear at a presentation. So, when you create a fan page, Paul, you know where I'm going with this. You can talk business to business, okay? So, for example, if this is a business page, your personal page you can't do this with. Your business page can talk to other businesses. So, for example, I don't know if you know, but you can change who you are. You can change your identity. And so, let's see. So, see how I have all these pages that I am either own or I am part of? See where it says 42 Main Street? Now this is kind of like changing your identity. Like, okay, I'm going to change myself from Scott Hudspeth to 42 Main Street so I can go talk to other businesses. Check this out. 42. Okay, so I'm going to leave this page. You have finished your post. Okay, so I don't want to do my post. I'm going to leave the page. Now you'll notice up on the top right, this is a little confusing but sick powerful, okay? 42 Main Street is who I am. So when I post on a business page, guess what shows? Doesn't show Scott Hudspeth anymore. It's going to show 42 Main Street. So I'm going to go downtown Kalamazoo, all right? And I know for a fact there's like a lot of people down there. Let me just find it real quick. Here's downtown Kalamazoo. That's not it. Let's see. There it is. 26. Okay, so here's Kalamazoo, Michigan. 26,000 likes. That's not it. Okay, take that back. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo, downtown Kalamazoo. Here we go. 14. How many? 14,400 likes. And guess where these people live mostly? Think they live in downtown Kalamazoo? Or they live somewhere in Kalamazoo, they're from Kalamazoo. Now watch this. Hey, who is going to the... And here's the little secret that I've been told is if I say, hey, and the name of this thing is Downtown Kalamazoo. Right. Downtown Kalamazoo, downtown Kalamazoo. who is going to the comedy club this Saturday? Okay, stick with me here. Saturday. It's going to be a good one. All right, and I'm just making something up, and I'm going to delete this. But if I share this, watch this. I'm going to share this. So, hey, Downtown Kalamazoo, because I was told. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to share it. Look what shows up. "42 Main Street." You think people are going to go, who in the heck is 42 Main Street? And then what is it? Now, I was told, let me see if it works. Okay, so it didn't work. But see, it's over here. So like recent posts by others of Downtown Kalamazoo. Now 42 Main Street shows up, not Scott Hudspeth, but 42 Main Street. One more chance to get exposure from people visiting Kalamazoo Mortgage, which is 430 people talking about it. Right?
Now keep in mind this, guys. Different administrators for different pages will set rules. I get the call all the time. Hey, I tried to go and do that strategy Scott said with posting my page, a comment on another page. There are some pages that don't allow for pages to comment. So if you run into where it's not letting you, just understand that that particular page has their rules set that they don't allow for other pages to comment. Move on to the next one and do it again.
Yep. All right. So I'm changing my back to myself again. Now, remember, when you go to edit your page, you don't need to change your identity. Just stay where you're at and then go to 42 Main Street. But don't go up and change. You don't need to work on that page. You don't need to change who you are. That's going to cause conflict. So you always want to have your personal name here and then search your page to find 42 Main Street and then go there. All right? There's 42 Main Street. So I'm going to go there. I'm still Scott here. I'm going to work on this page. I can change the cover. I can change the picture. I can work on my tabs if I want to, which Paul's going to show us. All kinds of fun stuff there, all right?
Is that what we're on next, is tabs?
Tabs, baby.
Let's go tabs.
So, real quick, Paul, real quick. And I'm giving you, okay, we're short on time, but budyurl.com, if you want to see a bunch of Facebook examples that we did, there's like 85 there. budyurl.com/Facebook examples. Right there, budyurl.com/Facebook examples. Now, and again, you can get a copy of this. There's 84, 85 of them there, a lot of different ideas. Where I got most of our photos is Photo Express. Okay? Not Photo EX, Photo X, PRESS.com.
Does that allow for copyrighted? I mean, is it only giving you usable images there? You do have to buy it. Okay.
Yep, you buy the photo. Very inexpensive, and it's yours. Nobody's going to send you any nasty letters, and there's really nothing bad that's going to happen anyway. But this takes that away. You can use the photo, and you're going to see a lot of different things that we did. We'll do a class on how to get really creative with it eventually. Now, my question to you, Paul, is: do you have enough time to do what you need to do?
Yeah. We got 10 minutes, so that's more than enough time. If I do it live, I don't have this on a PowerPoint, guys. So if creating tabs on your Facebook fan pages is something you're interested in doing, you are definitely going to need to make sure you click over, watch the screen. We've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to go through it. I'm not going to go through it fast, but I'm going to give you a site name, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's not a fast setup. And this will allow for us to have enough time to answer a couple of questions at the same time. Are you guys seeing my screen okay? Are we on me now, Scotty?
Got it, man. Got it. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so when you're going to create your tabs, you can do it from a couple of places. I can go into any of my Facebook fan pages. I can come to my Facebook fan page, and I can create the tab from here. I can also be on my home page and create the tab from here. It doesn't make a difference what you're logged into at the time. The way that it works, and this is again, there are multiple ways to create these tabs on the bottom of your screen. I'm going to show you what I have found to be the easiest way. If you've got a way that you're doing it and it's working for you and you understand the steps to do it, please don't change what you're doing just to try something new. use what's working for you. So to get the tabs, what you guys want to do is in the search box up on Facebook from wherever you are, you're going to type in WOOBOX. That's Woo Box. Yes, it sounds funny. Woo Box. So when you type in, anytime you're typing in a search on Facebook, it brings you down these additional options. There's no reason to hit enter. When I type in Woo Box, the first thing that pops up says Woo Box Custom Tab. Simply click on that option. For those of you who are following along, is everybody on the same page with me so far?
Yep, and somebody said audio's down, but it seems to be fine. So
okay. We got some yeps. I got a couple of yeps. I got people with me. All right, so good deal. So first thing all we did was typed in Woo Box, and we selected the first option that came up. It took us to this page. It says add a custom page tab to your Facebook page. Okay. I've never read actually what this says up here. Feel free to go ahead and read it, but I'm not going to read it.
My name's right there. My name's right there.
Does it say Scotty?
Heck yeah.
There, Scott Hudspeth likes this, likes WooBox. Look at there. Don Johnson and Scott Hudspeth like WooBox, as well as 125,000 others. So what you're going to do is just click on this big giant install page tab button right here. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to a screen, and only thing in the middle of the screen is it says select a fan page to add the static iframe tab to. So I simply drop that little menu down, and now all of the pages that I don't have this tab on are listed right here. Simply select the page you want to add the tab to. Now that it shows the name of the page that I want to add the tab to, I click on Add Page Tab. Now that's the next step. Everybody on the same page with me now? I need to make sure you guys are with me. Yep, I got some yeps, yes, yeses. All right, got some yes. All right, good deal. So everybody's on the same page with me now. It says, we apologize for the inconvenience. You have been inactive for too long and have been logged out for security reasons.
Probably your Facebook.
So it brought me into, I've evidently set up this tab on this page before. So let me go back to WooBox and set one up on a page I have not set up before. Install page tab. I'm going to choose my page. I'm going to add it to my Wade School page. Add the page. So I'm adding it to a blank page. I'm trying to do this so you guys are seeing it the same way that I am seeing it. Or you guys are seeing on your screen what you see on my screen at the same time. This is what it's supposed to look like when you haven't added it before. So I've added that tab now to my Wade School page, and notice it says Welcome here. Page tab, share settings. It asks me about sharing. I don't ever mess with any of that. The part that you're looking for right here, it says page source, and it is defaulted to HTML. Guys, right over here at the beginning, it gives me an option for URL. So all I do is I click on this URL option. At this point, I can put anything that I'd want to put in Facebook as a tab. Now remember that Facebook tabs, this section right here of Facebook, is only 810 pixels wide. So if I select a website that is larger than that, it is going to have scroll bars on it. It's not going to fit it for you. So make sure that when you do this, you're selecting a tab that fits the size that you want. So you simply go to any URL address that you'd like to add that tab to. And I'm just clicking on some random thing that I've got a recording here because it's a page that I've got. It's a single page. So I'm just copying the URL address at the top here. And I'm coming back into my WooBox tab, and I paste in
Now, can you stop right there real quick before you do anything? Okay, so somebody's asking, is WooBox better than static HTML? Notice that he chose the URL. You can choose redirect, you can choose image, and you can choose HTML. So you can do whatever you want right here. There's no limitations. So
and as I said in the beginning, there is no better. They all work the same way.
Right. They're all HTML is HTML. So it's just how fast can you get it there is what he's doing here.
There is no better. This is just easier, you guys. Instead of before with the one that you're talking about, you had to go to 7th space, you had to generate an iframe, then you had to come back and paste it. All I did was copy a URL address. Yeah. I'm leaving all of the defaults alone. For those who don't know, this is FanGate and FriendGate and LikeGate. That means people have to like you or be a friend to see it or be a fan of your page before they see it. I highly recommend that you don't ever put any like gates or fan gates on your fan page. People will click off of it and never come back if you don't give them the content they were looking for when they came. All right, enough about that. So I pasted URL address right down here. It's tab and it's at welcome. So now I'm going to rename my tab. List with me. So that's the name of my tab. I can even change the tab image. So if I went into PowerPoint, and I'm just going to do...
Somebody brought up a good point here. It says, I thought it's against Facebook rules to put contact info. Yes, that is part of their guidelines. So I was just showing you how to put pictures, how to put whatever you want. So just be careful with what you put, like as far as contact info. Now, we've actually have got Facebook ads accepted with QR codes, which I consider a contact manage. I mean, I consider a way to contact me anyway. So I don't know if there's anybody policing it. I just know that I've had one up with that code in there for a long time and haven't had any issues. So I guess if they shut that down, then I'll for sure let everybody know. But or just keep it clean. Don't put any contact info. Make it about the home and make it's really in the mindset behind what you're doing to get that listing and have them work with you and then have them tell their friends, family, and coworkers. That's what it's about. You can take and post different links to the QR codes, the text code, all that other stuff. You can upload pictures from there, and that's totally 100% legal. So there's different ways you could do it, and that could be a part of your posting that stuff as you go along to build that page. Make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. So all I'm doing, you guys, is I'm just making a little square with the words list with me in it. I'm going to capture that, save it. I'm going to save that into my pictures. So I've got that saved. And so now back on my box settings, I can click on Change Tab Image. I can File, and I navigate to where I created my little 111. It is right there. So now I've got my new image in there, and I click on Save Settings. At this point, it's saving the settings and setting up my tab. Now, as you can see, it says Settings have been saved. I'm the administrator for this page, so it's showing me the back office. When you click on View Page, it's now going to show you what you've added. Nice. What you've added to that page. Okay? Directly like that. Now, when people come to my Wade School, they see that I've got my list with me, and it did not change my image. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to highlight the little edit pencil. And I'm going to go to Edit Settings again because I would like for it to change my tab image. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to choose File. I'm going to select my little ones. There it is. So now I've done it. So now if I come back into my page and I refresh this page, you'll see that my tab now says List with Me, List with Me. Now, I'd like to add another tab. I can either go back to WooBox, and when you come to WooBox here, notice these little already have the main app above installed. I can click on any of these other ones, these little lights down here, to add the others. Or I can do it the easy way. I myself am a big fan of the easy way. So let me show you the easy way. I'm going to come back to Home. I'm going to go to my Wade School page. Where did it go? I'm going to come back to my tab itself, but instead of clicking on it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and go into it, but this is at the tab. I'm going to go into the settings section of my tab. I'm not going to change any settings for this particular tab. I'm just going to come to the bottom where it says install another tab. I'm going to hover over the little spotlights here, and I'm going to go over and select that I want tab number 2. What page do I want to add it to? I want to add it to Wade School. So now I've got my second tab. I can put a link to my IDX. I can put I can put my blog page where my videos are in here. I can put whatever I want. Again, it always defaults to HTML. Just switch over to URL and you're done.
What's the cost of this, man?
It's really expensive. It costs me so far. I've got about 70 or 80 tabs on the different pages that I've built, and I've spent a total of $0.00 on them.
Man,
so it's that high price stuff is what I like to use. You know me, Scotty.
And if anybody probably needs a mortgage, I'm sure that there's some loan officers that can help them out to fund what we just showed you today with.
Yeah, if you guys need a loan to be able to fund the WooBox tabs, we'll absolutely get it to you. But as you can see from some of the different tab builders, this one is just so easy, and that's why I use it. When you go into your tabs, you always have access to the settings. You can put literally any URL address you want in there. If you guys want to see, give me a fun URL address to put in there. Let's see. Do I have?
Put in crazypaul.com. Just kidding. Don't go there. CNN.com.
Yeah, you've seen the crazypaul.com, so I don't know that that's appropriate content for here. So I'm just going to put one of my property websites in there. So I'm just going to copy this URL address. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to paste in this URL address. I'm going to leave all the things alone. I'm going to call this tab just listed. And I can switch this out as frequently as I want to. Save settings here. Go back and view the tab. And now what I've done is I've inserted. Again, notice, guys, that this one has a big scroll bar on it. That's because this is wider than the 810 pixels that are available to me. Oops. This is wider than the 810 pixels that are available to me. Okay? And notice that it added it to my list. Now let's say I'd like to have my just listed be the most prevalent tab. I can drop down little menu right here. When I click on the edit pencil, I've got my other tabs right here, so I'm just going to click on likes, and now what I've done is I've replaced the likes button with my tab. The only one you can't move out of the way or replace is the photos. Photos will always be first there. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Hey,
Any
Dawn,
questions on that, Scotty? I didn't have my question box open.
No, it's smoking, dude. So I've been jamming out the questions, but Dawn Woolbridge, she's one of our members. She's gonna be on a call with us next week, and I'm really excited. But she brought up an amazing idea, and I don't know if anybody has thought this yet, but she asked, give me some ideas of tabs I would create for the FSBO. I just lost it. Everybody's posting me a bunch of questions coming in.
Yep, I see it here.
FSBO, expired listings. I mean, you guys, you could it's endless what this thing can do.
You could do FSBO stuff on it. You could have an entire page called For Sale by Owners. And then that gives you the reason to call on those sellers that are for sale by owner. Hey, Mr. Seller. Yeah, no, I am an agent, but I'm not trying to get your listing. What I've got is I've got a page on Facebook that I've branded that I list some for sale by owner properties on my fan page. We get traffic there. It can help you sell your home a little quicker. Would you like to list your for sale by owner on my fan page? Who's say no? They're an idiot if they say no. You need to walk away from them fast. They're probably some reason why they're selling for sale by owner anyway, but that's a whole other class and a whole other story. But in essence, you're going to get people that are going to be willing to do that. 85.
Right.
What was the number? 83 or 86% of people end up listing their home with a realtor
Yeah.
after they've
Yes.
tried
Yes.
for sale by owner.
Yes.
So what happens when those
Very high.
people don't sell their home? They're already connected with you because you've done something nice for them. It only serves to reason that they're going to contact you to be that listing agent once they get frustrated to a point where it's time.
Correct. Correct. All right. For everybody wanting the dimensions, it's 8.465. Write this down. 8.465 by 3.135. Okay. All right. Let's see. You know, Julius brought up a great suggestion. Can you put your tab? I think this is what she's. Can you put your Pinterest? Let's see. Can you put your Pinterest, Google, like Twitter account, LinkedIn account? Absolutely. Those can be one of the tabs. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Keep this in. Actually. Keep this in mind. There are a couple of social sites that Facebook, the tabs are not able to show. So some of your social sites you cannot put into your Facebook like that. It just won't show it the same way.
Right.
It's that social versus social thing. So, you know, that's one of the things that you can't cross over into it. But
Yeah.
golly, I mean, the limits, your options are there. You can, for those of you who are working that recall, and we set up and talked to you about business-to-business strategies. What about those businesses that you're good friends with setting up a community coupons page on your neighborhood page, where it's just a whole bunch of coupons on a tab that are for the local businesses in their area? A lot of people are asking now, can we get access to the PowerPoint and today's recording? Absolutely. All you've got to do is contact the loan professional who invited you to today's call. They'll be able to give you access to the recording as well as provide the PowerPoint for you. A lot of your loan professionals who are on here also work with fan pages. So get together, brainstorm a little bit, come up with ideas that can help you guys farm these neighborhoods. Just the phone and collaborate a little bit. Have that accountability partner that's going to help you in this.
Yeah, and if you go to that link that I gave you, the let me just pull. I'm gonna steal the screen back from you real quick here. Whoops. Let's see. Take that. Okay, 1 second, buddy. The link to get some ideas of like where to post, or like what kind of Facebook. Show my screen. There we go. So it's budyurl.com. So budyurl.com is a real common thing that I use. So just when I say that, just know it's budyurl.com. It's a redirect, and what it does is it takes you to my Pinterest page that has we upload all our Facebook headers that we do for the Facebook pages. But you'll notice that we also do the tabs as well. So there's a bunch of tab ideas that you can get. So if you go there, it's budyurl.com/Facebook examples. And that's where it's at right there. So it'll give you a bunch of ideas of like what maybe some ideas for your Facebook header, some ideas for your tabs, where to send your tabs. There's all kinds of different, and mostly those Facebook headers are for real estate agents. So it'll give you a kind of what we try to do is bring out who you are, and this is what I would recommend: bring out who you are, what you do, what you love. If what you love to do, you love kids, you love family, you love homes, you love horses, whatever it is. Bring that part out and who you are into your business, but into your Facebook header, but let them know that you're a real estate agent. All right? Some cool stuff. Okay? Ton of questions, but I think I got most of them. They're pretty much, let's see.
Yep, you got most of them here.
Yeah, I did. I got all these, yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you again. Some really great ideas. I love the FSBO idea. Heather's got a great FSBO idea and kind of gets that concept. Guys, the main thing to get out of this is remember that you can use Facebook not just to generate buyers and sellers, but you can use Facebook to impress those that you're looking to do business with, whether you're looking to get a deal out of what you create on Facebook. The point really is is to show your willingness and that you go above and beyond. And like I said, become that giraffe amongst zebras, where your head is just poking above the crowd as somebody that is willing to go the extra mile and do things a little bit differently. Maybe isn't going to make you, generate a bunch of leads. You're not going to get text messages saying, "Hey, I'd love to see that house I saw on Facebook." But your sellers will appreciate the things that you do that go the extra mile and help them sell their home. Golly, if you could pick up an extra 2 or 3 listings for yourselves, that only serves to make, if you sell those 2 listings, now you've just doubled what you did last year, or you've added those 2 transactions to your year. Really always a good idea. Scotty, thank you again. You always bring it, my friend.
Thanks, man. Hey, guys, here's the thing. It's not just a FSBO. It's a FSBO with friends on Facebook, connections, family, friends on LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. You got to think of it as more than just a FSBO anymore. It's not. We have the power that Coca-Cola has. Yeah, Coca-Cola is going to spend the money to build their brand and put up ads that don't really matter just to keep you in front of them. We can laser focus and build relationships now with FSBOs. It's a connection of a that works somewhere, and they have friends and they have family and they have a mom and a dad and all that stuff. That's how you got to think about each and every person, and you got to make sure when you build that relationship. I heard this from an amazing agent. I heard this quote the other day, how she built a multi-million-dollar real estate business and then sold it for a couple $1 million. Is she treated a $50,000 buyer as if they were a $1 million buyer? Because guys, they have friends, family, and coworkers.
Yep.
They just don't know. And the story behind it was when she helped this guy. This is a really good story. So she helped this guy buy a $50,000 home when he was first getting started, first home. He became the CEO of some major corporation in some state, remembered her for how she treated him, and he, listen to this, moved his whole company and helped every one of them buy homes and moved the whole company to a different state. Guess who got every single deal? She did. You have no idea who you're working with. You have no idea who they know. Treat them as if it's a $1 million listing. And I'm telling you, things happen in just amazing spades. Worst case scenario, you get someone to help you deal with all the $50,000 purchases or $100,000, whatever your minimum is. Just be careful you're not limiting yourself and creating like you're losing out on all of that profit, because that was a huge payday for her. So just a little quick message there for you and a little quick story to take home with you. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you hanging with us. Paul, as always, man, thank you for saving me at the end there. I'm glad I didn't show my lame way of doing things. And that's what this group is all about. Is like
learning new stuff, learning new. Old dogs do learn new tricks, brother.
That's right. Hey, man, I'm here to learn just like everybody else. So.
That's right.
I appreciate you guys. Hey, if you don't forget, go to the Facebook. If you're not part of the Facebook group, let me just go there. This is where questions are asked. There's some amazing stuff going on there. Facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. And with that, I will leave you guys. Have an amazing, safe, exciting, fun, and enjoyable rest of the week. Make it a great day. See you, buddy.
Take care, man.
The organizer has